Now, market heroes, by this point, we know that, or we have seen that iron condors, any way you put it, whether they're $5 wide, $10 wide, you're collecting half the width of the strikes, you're collecting less, whatever the case is, iron condors are a profitable strategy for us. They have always been and they will be. One of the reasons is obviously because, while we're not selling a call and put outright, we're selling spreads. It's still a bet that the expected move is going to be not as big as everyone thinks it's going to be. That's why we sell options. That's why we make money here, right? And people love these iron condors. Again, they're defined risk trades, so everyone can do them. Even in retirement accounts, you can do them, and they do give us a potential for high return on capital. They don't make us as much money as something that isn't a spread with something that undefined risk trade. However, the return on capital is a nice trade-off and a nice substitution for doing that. But unfortunately, not all iron condors will go exactly the way we want them to. This is just part of doing business. This is just part of being a trader, part of making money in the financial markets. Not every trade is going to go your way. So what happens when iron condors don't go our way? Now, we've already done this with strangles and straddles. Let's see what happens with iron condors. Is there a way to place an iron condor, and if it kind of goes against us, what can we do to increase the amount of credit we've received, which will widen out our break-evens? And when we widen out our break-evens because we've increased our credit, we will make more money, or at least have the potential to make more money over time. That will hopefully work in our favor, right? So what are we supposed to do when an iron condor doesn't go our way, when it goes against us? Well, so the first thing we did was we did a study here. All right, and in this study, we wanted to see what would happen if the trade goes against us, what we can do to collect more credit, thus give us a higher chance of making money, right? Why not our break-evens, right? So this is 14 and a half plus years of data, 2003 to present, depending on when you're actually watching this lesson, right? So what we did every single day was we sold the 30 delta strangle and bought the $5 wings. That's like selling a 30 delta $5 wide iron condor. So the way to do that is sell the 30 deltas and buy the put and call $5 away. Right? That's all we're doing here. Nothing crazy. It took me about 10 seconds to do. Right? Our break evens are 239.39 and 251.61. Right? So we'll make money if the price of SPY falls within those break evens in the next 41 days. And we'll also make money if implied volatility comes down. Again, if implied volatility comes down, the price of options come down. We're selling them. We profit from reduction in prices of the options that we're selling. Right? So we can make $161 in this trade. We can lose $339. So again, people love iron condor so much because again, they give us a high return on capital potential. In this specific trade, if we make the full $161 and we only put up $339 to do so, that's about a 50% return on capital. So that's a pretty good one. That's really, really nice. So that's why people like it. So what we did was we sold those iron condors every single day, and we did a couple things. If our long call or put were tested, we made note of it, but we didn't do anything, right? So when we look at this strategy, now we're saying if the prices went above 255, we made note of it and did nothing. At the same time, if prices went below 236, we did nothing, but we made note of it. So that's the first thing we did. The second thing we did was if the prices got to our long call, what we would do is we would roll the put spread down to the at the money strike at the time. And on the other side, if our long put were tested, we would roll the call spread down to at the money. So as an example, what would happen is this. Let's say we had, I'm going to break this up a little bit. So we sell this, and then what did we do? We did the 30, and we did the 6. Right? So we're going to act like it's separated. So what happens is if the price of SPY got down to our long put, so 236, we would buy back the 250, 255 call spread for less than the credit we would receive, and we would instantly sell the 236, 241 call spread, right? So we would sell the at the money call spread, and the same thing would be true on the other side. If the price got above 255, we'd buy back the 241, 236 put spread and immediately sell a $5 wide put spread with the short put being at 255, right? Or excuse me, at 250. So that's what we would end up doing. Again, all we're looking to do is increase our credit. If we increase the credit we receive, we increase our chances of making money over time. That will work in our favor. Right? So the first thing we did was we just made note of it. The second thing we did was we made note of it, but actually did something, right? We took an action to see if we can improve on it, right? So this strategy, which again is a $5 wide 30 delta iron condor, right? In times when our long call or long put were tested and we did absolutely nothing, we were right 52% of the time, and we made about 18 cents per day, right? So again, still a profitable strategy. It's still a profitable strategy because options are overpriced. However, if we actually do something, so if our long put gets tested and we roll down our call spread to at the money, or if our long call gets tested and we roll up our put spread to at the money, we were now right 78% of the time for about 70 cents per day, right? So that's 3.5 times more profitable when we try to manage the winning side and increase the credit we take in to increase our break evens, widen out our break evens, increase the amount of credit we receive, and at the same time improve our probabilities of making money. So this is not much different than doing the same thing on strangles and straddles. It's usually 3 times more profitable to roll down or roll up the untested side, and all we're doing is trying to collect more credit. So again, if an iron condor goes against you and the long call or put is tested, it's time for the other side to be rolled up or down to the at the money strikes, same width, so that we can increase our credits, increase our break evens, and improve our chances of making money. I'll see you on the next video.